First time you are learning? Am I right? Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, anyone have any idea regarding this topic? If you have some coding background earlier, any one of you wanted to share something? Go ahead, please. No? Fine. So guys, whatever topics you have learned so far, let's say variable, data type, conditional statement, looping, and many more. Everything you can put inside a function. So what is function? Function is nothing but a piece of code. A piece of code where you define your logic only for one time. And in future, when you need that particular logic, then you are not supposed to redefine it again and again. You just have to call your function. What is the meaning? You will be giving name to each of your function. And inside a function, you will define some programming logic. And if you need that logic again in the future, you just have to call your function. You are not supposed to create that logic again and again. I will be showing you, don't worry. So let me write a quick definition for the function. So function is a piece of code which you write once and can be used multiple times. Every function has a name. Okay, has a unique name, I would say. What is the use of function in real world actually? I'll be letting you in the real world scenario. So guys, when you go for an industry and work, so every industry have some set of tasks. And that task is called as project. Okay. So in the industry, whatever domain it is, you will be having some project. It's a big project. So a single person cannot work on the project. Actually, team used to work. Okay, fine. So let's say you are designing a project, okay? And you have written one feature here, okay? There's one functionality you have written. This functionality could be anything. Let's say adding two numbers, a equal to 20, b equal to 30, c equal to a plus b, and print c. This is a basic program for adding two numbers. You have written that program here itself. Good. After some time, you again need the program for adding two numbers. Okay, you defined it again. This 4 line of code you again written here. You need one more time. Again, you define it. This is what I mean to say the logic is. So multiple times you are writing the same code again and again. Okay, why you are writing? Because you really need it. That's why you are writing. But don't you think this 4 line of code writing it multiple times will make your program very inefficient? So the idea of function is this particular program, or you can say this particular logic, can be put inside a function and you can give a name to it. Let's say I'm giving fun1. What is fun1? Fun1 is a function name. Okay, what this function does? This function simply takes two variables and add it and returns the output. Wow. So instead of defining 4 line of code in every single place, you simply have to give a name of your function. Fun1, fun1, fun1. No need to write 4 line of code again and again. Simply Wherever you need your function, simply just write your function name. And your program looks very good. Because instead of writing 4 lines of code, now you are writing only 1 line. Not 1 line, even 1 word. And this makes your code very simple and easy for other programmers if you are working in a collaborative format. And yeah, it eventually becomes efficient. This is the logic of function. Write only once and use it as many times as you need it. Clear with the basic introduction of function? I did not went into the coding part, okay? I'm just talking about the theoretical point of view. Getting some idea, 5%, 10% about function? Guys? Okay, cool. Every function have 3 basic component. Every function has 3 basic component. You will be amazed to see component. Print. What is print? Print is a function. You wrote input, int. They all are functions. You will say, Govind, we have not defined these functions. Yes, I know, guys, you have not defined this function. You are only using these functions. Then who have defined? Developers of Python programming have defined these functions. You are the customer. You are the end user who are using these functions. Okay. To use these functions, are you writing complete line of code? No. You simply write the function name, print. What print does? It shows the output, whatever you have passed inside the print, right? So they are called as inbuilt function. Inbuilt function means predefined functions, which developers have defined already. And you are just using it by calling the name of the function. So every function have 3 basic component. Okay, what are those component? The component number 1 is function definition. Okay, so now we are going to create a full-fledged function by our own. Second one is function body. Inside function body, you actually write the logic, what your function is about to do. Okay, in the definition, you only define the name of the function, nothing else. And in function body, you write the business logic. Okay. Third component is function call. Yes, this is the end user. If I am an end user, then I will be only focusing on step number 3. Because after body of the function is ready. The only thing is to be called. Who will call? The person who really need it. Perfect. So I will be showing you one thing. Okay. If you wanted to read something, then you can read. I have written just very basic line. So I will be showing you all the component. See, now I'm writing a simple program for adding 2 numbers. Okay. Addition program. And one more thing. The programming language who supports functions concept. The programming language which supports the function concept are called as functional programming. So it looks like very fancy word, functional programming. No, my dear, the programming language having the support of function, yeah, it's a functional programming. Python support function. So Python is a functional programming. That's all. Very simple. So A equal to 20. The value of B is 50. C is A plus B. And print D is print C. You got the output as 70. Can you repeat additional program? No, I'm just writing the Akriti. I'm writing the additional program. Addition program. See, this program, what it does is simply add 2 numbers, right? So A is 20, B is 50, and C equals to A plus B, and print C. The answer is 70, correct? Now, this is normal approach. This is called as procedural programming. What did I say? procedural programming. You are following a process. Now, let's convert this procedural programming into functional programming. Okay, so this side I will be writing the code for functional programming. I have to define one function. So guys, in Python programming, we have a keyword. Okay, keyword means defined word. You cannot create a variable with that particular name. Okay, so def is a keyword, reserve word. Fine. So def keyword we have to use, which will indicate that you are going to define your function. Def. Now select a beautiful name for your function. Okay, so I'm saying fun1. So fun1 is my function name, and make sure you are putting this parenthesis. Hey Govind, why we are doing these things? So my dear, this is syntax. We cannot do anything on it. Okay, this is how Python is defined. Now you have to put this colon. So it's been many days you are attending the Python classes, so you know very well when you have this colon and you press enter, your cursor will come after 2 space or 4 space, 1 tab space. Am I right? Your cursor will not come here. Rather, it will come after 2 or 4 space. Correct? Remember?
Yes, sir.
When you write for loop, while loop also, correct? Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So if you are using Jupyter Notebook, you get 4 space. If you are using Google Colab, then you get 2 space. So here you have to define the body of the function. So A equal to 20, B equal to 50, and C equal to A plus B. I'm not rushing. I'm simply going with the normal pace so that I need to explain these things only one time and you get it. So this is called as function definition. Function definition, the first point. And this is called as body of the function. Function body, where you describe the business logic. Now, the third component. Okay, now if you run this code, you will not get any output, because to see the output, this is just a function definition and body. You will not get any output. To see the output, you have to go for the step number 3. What is step number 3? Tell me. Remember?
Function call.
Function call. Exactly. You have to call your function. So how would you call your function? You just have to give the function name. Okay. So just say fun1. That's all. So your output will be how much? 70. If you again say fun1, your second time output will be 70. But if you wanted to see the output here again and again, you have to rewrite your code multiple times. But not in this case. You just put everything inside this function. So whether you are upside, downside of your coding, or in multiple sections, multiple classes you are in the coding, you simply just have to call your function name. Fun1. The moment you write fun1, automatically get the answer as 70. I just gave a very small logic. We can create bigger logic with the help of functions. This is the exact use case of it. Got some clarity on function, guys, on whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Did I able to explain to you?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a high time to go onto the coding part, and yeah, let's make it more clear. So I'm using Google Colab because I am very much attached with this. You can use Jupyter Notebook also, no problem. Because in the industry, most of the time I work with this Colab only. This is actually paid version, okay? This is right now I'm using free version, but Google Colab also has a paid version. You have to give around $10 or $20 per month to the Google services. Okay, so functions, Python. Okay, just connect with the server. By the time you all can open your Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab, open your IDE. So those you guys just joined, let me inform you, we are learning the functions topic in Python programming. Okay. So let it get connected. Perfect. Now, normal approach, normal coding. A equals to 50, B equals to 100, C equals to A plus B, and print C. Perfect. Now, function. So the first step, function definition. Def and give a name to your function. Let's say I'm giving fun1. Okay, now give this bracket and give this colon. The moment I press the enter, you will see my cursor. My cursor will not be at the starting line. Rather, it will be after 2 space. 2 space in Google Colab, 4 space in Jupyter Notebook or Jupyter Notebook. So here I'm again saying A equals to 50, B equals to 100, B equals to 100, and C equals to A plus B, and print C. Perfect. Now, when you run this code, you will not see any output because it is just a function definition and function body. We did not call it. So, calling the function. How would you call? Just type the function name and this parenthesis, run it. 150. You again wanted to see the output, call fun1. 150 means you have written the logic only one time, my dear. You have written the logic for only one time. And you are just calling the function name. And see, you see the output every single time. Understood? Basic structure of function, very basic type of function, guys. Got some clarity? This is the one of the simplest example I can give. We'll make it more complicated. Give me a confirmation. You can able to get it. Okay, please take some moment and write the same code in your machine and create some function and run it. Okay, for the time being, I'm giving my Google Colab file in the chat box. Okay.
If I'm using a Jupyter notebook, what should be the output? It should be the same as a normal coding?
Same as both the IDs. Don't you think Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab are very similar in look and case? See, very
Yeah.
similar. This is just an online tool. What happens? No, whatever project.
No, what I was asking is that if we are looking at the first one, right? The where you said normal coding, and then I put the function. I was saying I'm just looking at the output of whatever I had it with the normal coding. So I'm comparing these two, the first and second.
Okay, so it's like I gave this same example, but many times in the function you can define n number of logics, n number of different complicated logic, which here if you define and again you want to see the output, you have to write the complete 4 line of code again. But this is not the case with the function. You just write only one time inside the function and you can call this function anywhere.
Got it. Thank you.
Ideally shows, you can check it, Pooja, just after giving the colon, just press enter. It should be, I think, for 1 tab space.
Yeah, sorry. This line that you're in now, can you call the function? I think call the function. Let's see the result. I think that will clarify what you're. That line, you haven't called that function.
Yes, this one.
This line 2, call the function there.
Yeah. You are calling the function, correct? This is your function name, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. You called it in line 3.
Yes, I called it in line number 3. And whatever output this function was giving to me, I'm getting here, right?
Govind, after typing function, the second one, when I'm running, I'm getting this number 70.
You are writing the print here. Make sure it should be inside the function.
Yeah, 1 second. Check.
I have given my Colab file link, guys, in the chat box. If you're facing difficulty, you can simply copy my code. I'm pasting in the
Now it is sorted.
yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Sir, I'm writing the function outside the code. Still, it is giving the output.
You means this print C part, right?
Yeah, no, print is inside,
Okay.
but function outside means I'm typing
Okay.
it.
Okay, just paste in the chat box. I'll clarify.
Okay.
Paste your code in chat box. Okay, this is your code. Yes, it will work because this is function definition, this is function body, and this is function call. See, the function call is in the same alignment in my code also. See, the only thing I'm writing in a different cell. Otherwise, things are same. Okay, see na? You can call the function in the same line also. Means in the
Oh.
same cell also. That's not a good.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank you.
This is just a okay. So I'll give a great scenario, guys. Let me create various function. Let me create 4 function. Okay. So what I will do, example 2. See, I'll take 2 number. Number 1 int input, enter the first number. Enter second number. Now I'll define the function def addition. Yes, one more thing, guys. We have 2 types of function. Look at the screen. Types of function. First one is called as non-parametrized. Okay, what is non-parametrized? It has a very simple meaning. See, when you define any function and you are not passing any parameter, what is this parameter? See, I will say fun1. Just look at this bracket. Right now, this bracket is vacant. This is empty. Yes or no? Correct?
Yes, sir.
If this bracket is empty, then your function is called as non-parameterized function. And let's say inside this function, I am simply printing one message. Hey, how are you? This is called as non-parameterized function. Now, when you call this function, how would you call? This is how you call the function, correct? Agree?
Yes, sir.
So when you call your function, did you pass anything inside this bracket? No. Because when you define the function, that time only you did not pass anything. That is why while calling the function, you will not pass anything to your function. So these type of function where you do not have any parameter to be passed while defining the function as well as while calling the function, those type of functions are called as non-parameterized function, and they are very simple to create. But actual things comes when you deal with the parameterized function. I'll be showing you what is parameterized function. See. So the one we did here, this is also a non-parameterized. See guys, you have defined the function. This bracket is empty. You did not define any parameter here, okay? Actually, we pass parameter. While calling also, you did not pass any value for that parameter, okay? So this is called as non-parameterized function. Let me write the heading also. Non-parameterized function. Perfect. Now, the next thing we discuss is parameterized function. Parameterized function. Okay, Aniket, no problem. That's fine. Second type of function is called as parameterized. Here, you will pass parameters while defining the function. Yes, correct. What is that? Like this. For example, you say, hey, def add 1. What is add 1? Add 1 is your function name. Add 1 is your function name. And you open this bracket. Initially, this bracket was vacant. Now you have put two values, a comma b. Okay. Now this bracket is not empty. This is called as parameterized function. Okay. And this a and b. Okay. This a and b are called as parameter. This is the interview question. Okay. They are called as parameters. Now, you will come inside the function. What you want with these two parameters, a and b? Okay. For example, I'm changing my function name. Let me not get it biased with the addition. I can only give. Okay. I'm giving fun2. Okay. Fun2 is my function name. Fun2. Okay. Fun2 is my function name. Now, first thing I'm saying, hey, give me the output as a plus b. Then I'm saying, hey, give me the output as a minus b. Give me the output as a multiplied b. And this is called as body. Yes or no? This is body or not? Guys? Is this
Yes,
body of
sir.
the...
Yes.
Okay. This is called as body of the function. Now, I come to know that this is parameterized function. When I will call this function fun2, I have to pass value of a and b. Right now, I did not pass any value, correct? Agree? I did not pass any value of a and b. So it is my responsibility that when I will call my function, that time only I have to give the value of my parameter. Okay. So now call your function. Fun2. What is the value of a? The value of a, let's say I'm giving 700. And the value of b I'm giving 25. So these guys, a and b are called as parameter. But when you actually pass the value of the parameter, they called as argument. This is very famous question. What is difference between parameter and argument? So you pass parameter while defining the function. And when you pass the value of parameter while calling the function, that is called as argument. And when you pass the argument, what is your output? Tell me the output. A plus b, 725. This will also be executed. How much? 675. And this is multiplication. You see some output. This is division. You will see some output. This program is clear. What is parameterized function? Everyone?
Sir, here
Yes,
do we
sir.
not
Tell
do
me.
we not define the argument, I mean, A and B? Where we
Why-
would define A and B, whether it is 700 or 25, do we have
Automatically,
to,
no, this is having in an order. Automatic, the value of A will be 700. They have an order, right? A after
so
B.
whatever value I put random, it will give the output, right?
Yes, first value 700. It is very obvious it is for A. Okay, it's following a order. Okay, 700 is for A and B value is 25. Correct? Okay. I will show the coding for that. Guys, just give confirmation. Clear with this coding? What is parameterized function and what is argument and what is parameter?
So are you
Can
saying
you
you
repeat the argument?
define? Are you saying you define the parameters when the point you're calling the function? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you only have to pass the value that time when you are calling. You are not supposed to redefine the parameter again and again. It is very obvious that your function will accept two argument, that is A and B, the value that you will pass while calling the function. I'll show the coding for it.
Okay.
Once again for
Okay.
parameter. So guys, I'm again explaining with the help of code, that time it will be more clear. Yeah, please focus here. Parameterized function. Again, things will remain same. You have to reuse the def keyword. What is def keyword? It initialize the function definition. That's all. Then you will give your function name. Let's say fun2. I'm giving A comma B. So this function will accept, or you can say expect, two values when you call this function. Okay. What you want from this function? You have to write the logic for that. I want A and B both should be added. Second thing, I want A subtraction B. A multiplied B. And lastly, I want from this function A divisible by B. Run it. When you run it, nothing will happen. Because if you want this function to be fired up, you have to call it. Okay, so calling the function. Okay, this statement is called as function definition. And these statements are called as function body. Call your function. So when you call your function func2, it will give the error. See the error. What error says? Function2 missing two required positional argument. It says argument or parameter. What it says? Argument? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Argument.
Yes. So when you call
The
the
value
function,
of A and B.
yes. So when you call your function, you will pass the argument. That is the value of your parameter. The first value you are passing, let's say 600, and second value you are passing, let's say 100. Run it. 700, 500, 60,000, 6.2. Correct? And if you call your function again, it's up to you. This is dynamic. This is dynamic. You can pass any value if you like. I am passing this time 100, 10. See? That is the beautiful thing about the function. Got some clarity? You defined only one time and you make parameterized function. That time you are feel free to pass any value of your function. We have to define A and B. No, you are not supposed to define. Python is a dynamically typed programming language. You are not supposed to define. Directly you can
In
pass
my
A.
program, there is an error.
Okay, I will be solving it. But as of now, guys, just do let me know. Are you clear with these statements?
Yes.
Sir, I'm
Yes, sir.
getting the output. I've just pasted my this thing, the entire program in chat box.
Sina, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why you are writing this line, this one? Why you're writing like this? I did not write that, right? Remove this thing. I will coming on it step by step, okay? Don't write any extra thing. Run it. It will give the, okay. You have given space, right? In between. See, Sina?
Yes. Yes.
Space is not required, okay?
Acha.
Space is not required at all. Fine.
Okay.
Anyone else who is getting error, please write it now. So that's why I'm saying,
Yeah.
guys, when I'm explaining something, that time don't write any coding. I will be allowing time 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I'm giving the time, just do it and check your code is working or not for parameterized function. Done, everyone? Okay, you want
Yes,
me to
sir.
you want me to paste the code in chat box? Okay, I'm giving. Perfect. This is simplest example of defining parameterized function and non-parameterized function. Now, can any one of you explain if someone asks you, hey, what is the difference between parameterized and non-parameterized function? How would you explain? Just raise your hand. I will be allowing you. Anyone would like to explain what is difference between parameterized and non-parameterized function? Yes, Manish, go ahead.
Parameterized function, we must have to pass argument. If non-parameterized is just call the function. If we define any function, they have parameterized, then we must have to pass parameter. मतलब argument, must pass argument every time. if the function is parameterized.
Okay. Yes, Sena? You are saying something, Sena? Yeah.
Non-parameterized would be like, when we are defining the function, while we are defining the function, there won't be any parameters. It will be blank. And parameterized would be just the opposite. When we are defining the function, we will be, we will be defining the parameters also. And later, when we are calling, that same parameter would be termed as I'm forgetting this
Argument.
argument. Yes. Correct.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you. Very good.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, Vishal.
Is it necessary to define function 2 in same body? Like here, I'm not defining function 2, but there are some errors in my program.
Okay, Vishal. Okay, you having some error. Could you please paste your code in the chat box? I'll be
Yes,
copying it.
sir.
Okay, so this is Vishal code. And what you are asking, so if I run this cell, yeah, this is working now. You need to call this function, right? Please unmute yourself. You have to pass the value. And when you run it, I'm getting the output. What is something which you are asking? Vishal? Okay, Noor, you're creating the code. See, Noor,
Okay, sir.
in this
So-
code, you are calling the function inside the body of the function. Guys, please understand one thing. This is your function definition.
It should be in different cell.
Okay, and the function body should be inside the function definition, and function call should be written in the alignment of your function definition. Whether you write here, it should be in the very start line. Okay, function number 2 when you call it. So if I run this code, of course this will not going to work. It will neither give the output nor the error. See,
Yeah.
but when you put it outside, then it will be activated. Correct?
Oh, okay. Okay. Get it.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
Previously, when I am defining the function with parameters, I am getting certain output.
Fine.
When I am removing the parameters with the same this thing which I have just pasted in the chat box, I am getting different output. Can you explain why this change, please?
The first thing, like your function name is same, correct? And when
Yes,
you run some code, your Jupyter notebook will take the history of that particular function that you have executed. So if you want to see a unique output or something, some new output, you have to create a new function with some different name, because the same name function is already being stored in the history of your Jupyter notebook. Okay, so create a different function with some different name and then populate with the code. Because if you keep on executing the same cell again and again, so the cache got stored. Fine, so you will see some unexpected output. Okay, Sina? Just do it.
So here, instead of fun2, I have just changed it to fun3.
Okay, so let's say this is your code. I am copying. This is your code. Okay, let me change it to fun3. I never defined fun3 earlier, correct?
Yes.
So if I run this code, I will not see any. Okay. Why this A and B? Because this A and B, I have not given the value of A and B. This is strange, right, Sena?
Right. Exactly. That is my
So,
question.
So it is taking from here, this A and B. In the top, I have defined one global variable, right? A value is 50, B value is 100. Understood? And second time I define A and B here also. Getting my point?
Okay.
It is so the moment I change the value, see, instead of A and B, if I type C and D, since I never define C and D, correct?
Correct.
So it will never ever give me the output. C and D. C. Okay, C. Yes. Since C and D was never defined, it will not work. Right? So if you want this
Right.
program to work, you have to pass the value of C and value of D also. So I'll put this code in a proper indentation. Now see. Got it?
Okay.
I'm pasting the code in chat box.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're most welcome. Anyone else wanted to ask anything? Aarti, now you are clear?
Actually, yeah, because you're saying that if we leave it blank, it will not give the output unless we have something in
Parameter.
the parameter. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
And guys, one more thing you have to remember. See, this is my function number 2. Okay. It is expecting only 2 argument. What if I pass 3 argument? You see the error. And try to read the error messages. See what it says. Function 2 takes 2 positional argument, but 3 is given. It is self-explanatory, right? You have to pass exactly 2 parameters. Sorry, exactly 2 argument. If you pass 1 also, it will not work because this function is expecting 2 argument, right? It says 1 missing positional argument. Yes, then second value is missing. This is the basic introduction of functions topic. Got it or not, everyone? We call other function from inside. Yes, we can do, Rohit. Sorry, Rahul, we can do.
Could you please reiterate the point we are making on defining the arguments? Because I thought earlier you said you can only define it when you're calling it. When you're calling it, that's when you state it.
So
That's when you state the
different,
argument.
yes. So
How come we have to define it again?
See, in this case, these are called as global variables. Value of C, when you define C and D, value of C and D become fixed. Value of C and D become fixed. When you call your function, you will always see the calculation with respect to these 2 values. When you don't want these static values to come into picture, always work on the argumented function or parameterized function when you are not very sure about the values. Okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, Rahul is asking one question. How can we call one function inside another function? Okay, this is called as nested function. Okay, see, I'm having a function called as, let's say, Govind. And I'm defining as detail. Okay, this is my one function. Inside this function, I can create one more function. Def detail 2. Print. Hey, good morning. If I run this, it will work. It will work. Now, if I call detail, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Nothing will going to happen because detail function is not doing anything. It is simply storing one more function into it. It is simply storing one more function in. This is called as nested function.
So, sir, nested function for what we will use?
See, we use it like this. I'll let you know. See. For example, you have a function def detail1 and you are simply printing a message. Hey, good morning. Fine. This is just a function definition. Now you have a second function, detail2. The purpose of using detail2 is to print one message. Hey, good afternoon. And along with that, it will call your previous function, detail1. That's all. Run it. So when you call detail2, automatically detail1 will be called. See, you see two output. Good afternoon. You got it. Why? Because it is inside your detail2. But just after the body of your detail2, you have called detail1 also. So automatically this will be invoked. So by a single call, you can able to call both these functions. Understood use cases? Mostly you will use this concept in the OOPS concept. It's called as object-oriented programming language, which your trainer, Mr. Amit, might be teaching you after 2 or 3 classes. Okay, you have a dedicated class on OOPS concept. Okay, Rahul? With the help of constructors, to implement constructor, object, and classes, we use nested functions. We have one, you forgot about return on function. Yeah, Manish, I did not forget. I will be explaining, don't worry. Okay, I'm going step by step. Let me make you comfortable with the normal function approach. Okay, don't worry, it's my job. I'll do it. Okay, Pooja, I'm checking the code. Again, Pooja, see the mistake. You are calling the function inside the function. This is incorrect. Just come out of the function. Now, if you run, this will work. Okay, I'm pasting the code back into the chat box. Fine, guys. The next thing we have to discuss is called as function with return statement. So that I will discuss after the break. Okay, since you might also get bored. Are you getting bored, guys, or you are enjoying?
No, sorry.
It's fine, sir.
Any problem with the trainer? Like you can tell me right here. Okay, I'm not a very rigid one. I simply take the feedback very constructively. So if you have something, let me know here only.
Do you mind explaining the nested function one more time, if you don't mind?
No problem. I'll explain. Why not? See, this is your one simple function. Function name is detail number 1, and this is the message your function is printing. Okay, this is the task of your detail1 function. Now, in the second line, I have defined one more function called as detail2, and the purpose of detail2 is to print this line as well as call your previous function. So it means you are not directly calling detail1 separately. Rather, detail1 will be called along with the detail2 when it will be calling. So see, when I'm calling detail2, okay, so you went into detail2, perfect. This is the first line. Okay, I got the output, good afternoon. But in the second line, you have a callable statement for detail1. Then this function will go back to the detail1. Hey, what do you have for me? I'm having hey, good morning. So hey, good morning, I got the output. Clear? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh.
thank you.
No problem. Okay, Pooja asking for the unmute access. Okay, I'm giving. Yes, Pooja, you got the access. You can speak to me. Manish, do you have anything for me? You have raised your hand.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Tell me.
So you were asking for feedback, right?
Yeah.
So my feedback is you teach very fabulously,
Thank you so
and
much. Hmm.
and it's
We lost your voice.
very
Pooja,
good thing that you give us break for 10 minutes. It is very much needed for us.
your trainer is not giving the break.
No,
Seriously.
sir.
Break is needed after 1 hour. We can't digest anything.
Yeah,
human beings.
that is what we were actually we need break, right, sir? So it will be good if other teachers also give us such breaks, at
Not
least
only
for 5 to 10 minutes.
let me tell you frankly, not only for learners, teachers also need the break, right? To reconstruct these thoughts. Anyways,
Yeah, sir, I'm a lecturer by profession, so I understand that.
yes, why not? We have a capacity 45 to 60 minutes hardly to digest some things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No problem. Right
Thank
away,
you.
I'm giving.
Thank you so much.
Guys, you all can go for a break. After that, we'll meet again. Thank you. But make sure your microphone should be off. Please check it. Everyone, you all are back. Give me a
Yes, sir.
perfect. Thank you. So Vishal, your code is working now, or what is the
No,
problem?
sir.
Okay, you can share your screen. I'm giving you the access. Just join as a panelist. You must have got a prompt. Look at the screen. Okay. Guys, you try helping Vishal. He is about to share his screen. Vishal, do share your screen. You have the access now. Just click on the green color button, share screen, and you will be getting a prompt to share. Yes. What is the problem? Detail 1 is not defined. So,
Because he didn't run his detail one box.
yes, you did not run this box. Just run this box first. Run it.
Shift enter.
No, don't write anything. Just run it by pressing Shift plus Enter.
Yeah.
Now run this cell. Got the output? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, guys, we have a next topic to study in the function itself. Function with return statement. Okay, that is sometime if you go over internet and type functions topic. In future, if you become data analyst, data scientist, and take the reference from the internet, the official documentation, so most of the time you will see a return keyword that is used being along with your functions call. So what is this? It's sometimes becoming very confusing, but it's a very simple thing. I'll walk you through. Let me take some screenshots. I'll put on your notes itself. Fine. So function with return keyword. Okay, return should be like this, small r. Function with return keyword. Anyone wanted to say something on it? If you have some idea, go ahead.
So better if you explain little bit.
Okay. No problem. Go ahead. Fine. So guys, a return keyword is nothing, just a replacement of your print keyword. Really? Yes. For example, I will show you here directly with the coding part. Function with return keyword. See, I will create one function, simple function, def hello. This is my function name. And I'm passing two variable num1 comma num2. Or I will say I'll pass two, let's say my function name is information. And it is accepting two parameter, f name and l name. And here I'm saying print fname, comma, lname, right? And I will call this function. First run it. And then I will call this function. I need to pass to what? Argument. Let me, I'm passing my name here itself. Run it. I'm getting the output. Now, just imagine the second case. This is first case. I told you it is just an replacement of your print. How? Def, I will say information 2. Don't write anything. Let me complete it first. Information 2, fname, comma, lname. And I will say return fname, comma, lname. Run it. This is also working. Let me call the information 2. Let's say Python programming. Fname is Python and lname is programming. Run it. Okay, in for, okay, I missed the spelling. Let me first run this. See, in both the cases, I'm getting the output. But do you see some difference in this output and this output? Once again, let me scroll up. Let me first scroll up a bit and zoom out.
Come to the Kapil.
Yes.
Okay, this is output number 1. This is output number 2. This output is given by return keyword. And this output is given by print function, right? See, print, I have a return here. Some differences you must have seen, correct?
Yes.
So, my dear, let me tell you, this is not the output. This is not an output. You will say, what? Not the output, but I can see the answer. Yes. So if this is not an output, then what it is? It is just a view. It is just a view of the statement. What is view? I'll clarify this thing. See, my dear, just tell me one line. What is the use of print function? To view, to enable the output, to present the output, correct?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, I will define a variable here. A, not A, I multiple time I use. That's the value 1 is 500, right? I'm typing value 1. So I'm getting 500 as the answer. But I'm saying value 2 equals to 1000. And if I run this, and without typing print also, I can print this value 2. I'm not writing print statement, but still I'm getting the output. Yes or no? Either I type print or I'm not writing print. Both are same thing. But my dear, this is not an output. This is a view. And this is the actual output. So output in Python programming will always be presented with respect to print statement. Okay. So if this is a view, but I don't find any difference between view and function, view and normal print, that output I'm getting. Both are same only. No, both are not same. This is just a feasibility given by Google Colab or Jupyter or Jupyter Notebook. Only you can access this thing. You can see the view only in Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab. But apart from this, if you use any other IDE, so my dear, you will not able to see the output. When you use return keyword, you will not able to see the output when you call your function. But this is a Colab or Jupyter Notebook, you can able to see it. Let me verify this thing. So apart from Jupyter Notebook, Google Colab, you have so many IDEs: Visual Studio Code, IntelliJ IDEA, PyCharm, PyBoost, and lot more. We have so many online IDEs also. I will type Python Online IDE. What is IDE? IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, which is just a better writing pad. Okay, so lot of IDs I can see. Let me open the online GDB. This is my favorite actually. See, you can able to write all your coding here. This is Python interpreter. Let me show you some coding. Wait. This is coming up extra large. We refresh it. Perfect. This is more than sufficient. Okay. See, print hello world. If I run this, I got the output as hello world. Perfect, no problem. Let's type the function. Def information 1. Okay. F name, comma, L name. I'm saying print F name, comma, L name. Okay. Now I will call this function. Information 1. How can I call? I can give the name. Govind and Gupta. I will run this. Perfect. This function is getting called and I have used print statement so I can see the output. Now, instead of this print, I will replace this with return keyword. Okay. Now again, I'm running the code. See, your output is lost because apart from Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook, you cannot see the output if you are using return keyword. Okay, Govind, so how can we see the output with return keyword? The answer is when you are calling your function, just call it inside the print. Run it. See, you're getting the output. So that's what I'm saying. There is no point of using return keyword because ultimately you will be using print keyword outside the function. Okay, so return will just return the view of the answer, not the actual answer. And why you get the answer in Jupyter Notebook, Google Colab? Because they provide this feasibility. Same thing, I'll describe one more thing. Name 1, Govind. I'll print what is name 1. See, you got the output. Why? Because I have used print here. But if I write name 1, I might not able to see the output because see, I'm not able to see the output. Why? Because I did not use the print keyword. And same code, if I copy in Colab, I will able to see the output. See, because they return the view. So got the understanding? Return and without return. So what is best?
Yes, sir.
Print is better or return is better? Which
I
is
think
better?
Print.
Print. Because ultimately, when you go into the industry, you are not very sure that you will be working on Google Colab or Jupyter
Exactly,
Notebook
sir.
or some proprietary tool of the company, correct? Therefore, always make a habit of using print. Please verify these 2 cases in your machine.
Govind, yaar, but when we work as a live project now, why we use print, yaar? Matlab, we not use print now. We always use return because we call somewhere the function. So why we use print? We always use return.
It depends. It depends. Like I'm telling you, when you define when your function contains multiple statements that need to be shown as the output. Okay. See, every single IDE that you see over the online, they are free versions. You have to pay some royalty fees so that you can use the paid version. Let's say you have paid $10 per month to an IDE. Now you have the full access of that particular IDE. You can customize it. So being a program manager, let's say I have customized the IDE. Okay, when you use return also, you can see the output. So return keyword make your program lightweight, because print is a function. See guys, print, when you write the print, you put this parenthesis, and you know this is a function, yes or no, guys? But when you write return, you do not put any function bracket. This is not a function, and this is a function. So when you work on a live project, it is advisable to use return, because that IDE has the feature to show the output, and it makes your program lightweight. Understood now? Why we prefer return over print when we actually work on a live project, to make your code lightweight. Understood? But here, for learning purpose, you can use any one of them. Both are fine. Can I get some response?
Yes, sir.
Please write it in your machine, both the code with return and without return.
So function is working like a variable. Means first defined function.
Voice is not clear. Voice is not clear. You can write in the chat box. Okay, I'll be taking from there. No worries. Yes, put in the
Sir,
chat
I have,
box. Yes, you have what question?
yes. So
Please go.
when you are defining the way, parameters here, in this case, information, you
Okay,
are defining it as f name and l name.
correct.
Is it something like we have to follow this same?
No, just a variable name it is. You can give any variable name, correct? You can give
Okay.
AB, no problem. But F name and L name is just self-explanatory, that you will be passing name of a person, right? And that's what I have passed. But it will work for the either way. If you pass it,
So, like, if I put A and B and then try to write Govind and Gupta, will it take?
yes, it will work, because A, B, value 1, value B, these are just a variable name. Actually, Python is a, okay, let me explain this thing very clearly so that you can relate with it. Since you guys have not worked with any other programming languages, so this confusion might be, see, if you talk about the Java programming, by the way, I have worked with 7 to 8 programming languages, so I can clearly tell the difference between all of them. I'm taking the case of C, C++, Java, let's say. These are called as statically typed programming language. What is the meaning of statically typed programming language? The meaning is, before running the code, you have to define the data type of the variable. For example, I have to take 2 variables, A and B, and I need to store 20 and 30 into it. So first I have to define the variable type. Int A is 50 and int B is 100. So now you are very much sure that A and B will only accept the integer value. Am I right or not, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
But in
Yes, sir.
Python is called as dynamically typed programming language. So the data type in Python will be decided on runtime. See, you first define the variable name. See, before the variable name, you have to pass the data type in other programming language. But in Python programming, you first define the variable name and then you pass the value. So just what happening here. So here you define the variable name, f name. If you look at this particular cell, guys, only this code, can you guess what is the type of this variable? It is string, integer, float, boolean, complex. What the type is? You are not sure? It could be anything. Yes or no?
Yes.
So it will be decided when? It will be decided on runtime when you pass the value. I passed Govind Gupta. It becomes string type. If I pass 50 and 20, it becomes integer type. If I pass 100.2 and 200.3, it becomes float type. It will be decided on runtime. Understood the difference? What is
So
dynamically?
can you hear me?
Yes.
So,
Yes, I can hear you. Tell me.
sir, when we have defined this function information, and again we have defined f name and length, so it is overwriting the previous function
No.
like
This is
variable.
this is information. This is information too. Both the functions name are different.
Means if we define function same function name
Yes,
twice,
yes, yes,
it
yes.
will override.
Override. Yes, yes. That will be
Yes, sir,
overriding.
that's it. Yes,
But
thank you, sir.
let me correct you. That is not overriding. That is called as overloading. Okay, two words we have.
Okay.
Overloading and overriding. So this overriding concept you will be learning in the OOPS concept. Okay, when you create the class and object.
Okay.
Okay, so two are different questions: overloading and overriding.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So actually, overloading is not supported in Python programming. Okay, other programming language supports this. Okay, your code is not working. Is print outside or inside the function? Inside. In my code. Okay, this would be okay. Fine, fine. When you call the function, I'm pasting your code. Okay, this is the callable statement. That's why I asked you every time to put the callable statement in the next line. So this is outside. Okay, whatever thing comes after space, they are called as inside the function. Not only inside the function, for loop also it inside. Now guys, we have a very famous concept called as method overloading. This topic is clear to everyone? Function with return keyword, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Perfect. Fine. We have something called as function overloading. It says two function name with same name but different parameters, different number of parameter. Python programming does not support function overloading. Okay, this is something important to discuss because other programming languages, C, C++, Java, .NET, Scala, they all support function overloading. What this says, I will create one function. Okay, def hello1, and this function will accept one argument. Okay, a. I will print the value of a. That's all. The value is Perfect. I will create one more function, def hello2. See, this function is outside, okay? This is a separate function, don't worry about it. I'll create a comma b. He will say, Govind, I have passed a here also and a here also. Will they create any problem? No, my dear, these functions are different because this is hello1, this is hello2. If functions are different, then whatever you pass inside each one of them, it will have no relation. Okay, don't worry. And here I will say the value is a comma b. Run it. Perfect. I have two functions. Let me call them. But here I am having different function, right? But method overloading says two function with same name, but different number of parameters. Right now my functions name are different. Let me make it same. Hello1, hello1. Okay, run it. So this is the clear-cut case of function overloading. You are overloading the previous function. See, hello1, hello1. Same function name. How many parameters? 1. How many parameters? 2. Now, how Python does not support it? Okay, let me call here hello1. I'll pass 400. It's not working. It's not working. See, guys, when I am passing 400, it means which function I'm interested, the first one or second one? Tell me.
First one.
First one, because it is only expecting one parameter. When I'm saying 400, then it should have been called. But it says no, you cannot call it because this
So it will
function.
take the latest one. Sorry.
In Python, it will take the latest one, but this is not the case with method overloading. Method overloading simply says you can create thousands of functions of same name, but if you keep the if you keep the parameters different, they all going to work. If you are calling 400, but if you pass 400 comma 800, then it will work. It will recognize that, hey, you are interested in calling the second function. So what is happening here? This function, the latest one, hinders the effect of first one. And if it start hindering the effect of first one, so we'll say that method overloading is not supported. What is method overloading? Method overloading is when you say hello 1 and you pass 800. In that case, this function should have work. Okay, when you pass hello 1, it means you are trying to invoke only this one. You need to get the output. And when you pass 2 parameter, it means you are interested in your second function. If these cases are happening, this is called as method overloading. But Python does not support it because the moment you type 800, this will not work. Got the idea? Python support method overloading or not? Give me a quick answer.
No.
No, it does not support. This is called as function overloading or method. See, function and method both are same thing, okay? Sometimes function is also called as method. Both are same thing. And we have a very similar term called as method overriding. Function overriding. So that is something which I cannot explain you right now, since you will be learning this topic in your OOPS concept. Okay, that is the basic understanding of function topic. I believe you all got it. Now, guys, what is your task? Not now, for home also. Task is whatever program you wrote so far, try to put all the programs inside the function. Try to put all the program inside the function. Yesterday we wrote one program. Remember Armstrong number, guys? Remember everyone? Remember Armstrong number program?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm opening that. Wait. Google Colab Yes, this was the program yesterday we wrote. This is for Armstrong number, right? I'm going to call it. If I run this code, this will work and check whether a number is Armstrong or not. So I will type 153. This is giving me that this number is not an Armstrong number, correct? Sorry, this number is an Armstrong number. So this having any function or not? Is this program having any function? Tell me.
No, sir, it's having only the code.
Only having the code. Can we put this program into the function? Yes, we can put. How? I am putting above code in function. I'll make this functional programming. So how can we make it? Just give a beautiful name for your function. Def my function. Make sure, guys, capital M and capital F is there. Okay, you can put anything. And I'll copy this code and paste here. But see, it got disturbed. I have to put the alignment, right? Otherwise, this will not going to work. Correct? Yes. So I have put yes. Let me run it. Okay, number is an Armstrong number. Let me restart the kernel. Okay, fine. How to put it? Guys, go on mute, go on mute. So what I will do, I will remove this line from here and I will pass one number here, okay, as the parameter. So when I will call this function, function will accept one parameter, correct? That parameter is nothing but the number that we will be giving for checking it's an Armstrong or not. And then okay, this should be inside. Okay, now run it. Yes, this function is working. Now it's time to call this function. It's time to call. Okay, now calling this function. How to call? What is the function name? My function, correct? Function name is my function, and you can pass the value here. Okay, you can pass the value here, or if you don't want to give the parameter, that's also fine. You can define your number here also. Okay, that will not create any problem. Int input, enter the number to check. Okay, run it. And now you call your function. When you call your function, it will ask, hey, enter the number to check 153. Number is an Armstrong number. Working? What I did, simply I copied all the code and put inside the function, but make sure you're giving the indentation, okay? For every line. Got it, guys? How to put your normal program into functions? Just define a function, give an indentation and paste your complete code. And to make this program work, you have to call your function. That's all. Simple or difficult? Let me know.
Yeah, simple.
Simple. So this is your task. So from the day one itself, whatever program you wrote, prime number, factorial, Fibonacci, Armstrong, whatsoever, right? Whatever programs you wrote so far, try to put all the program inside the function. This becomes a functional programming. Correct. So yesterday I have given some home task. So you were saying that you were facing some difficulty. Which question was that? I have also given the solution for that.
Hi Govind, I have one
Yeah.
question about the function.
Yes.
I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
If we don't know about how many arguments are we passed in our function, if for example we give one parameter and we give two argument, then what will be happen?
It will not work because you need to have the idea how many argument need to be passed for this function. That's why before calling the function, you need to have the proper idea what function is all about.
So how we can find out how many arguments we have passed in the function?
By looking onto the function definition. You have to manually look onto the function definition. You have to read the function first.
If for example we have 10,000 line of code, how will search the such function?
And that's why I'm saying before executing the function, you have to just read those 10,000 line of code. So blindly calling a
Okay.
function, you will not get any point blindly calling a function. Okay, why you are calling that function? Tell me. For some purpose? Who told you that, hey, you need to call this specific person with this specific function? Just backtrack the question. Okay, you have to
Okay,
read
okay.
the
Yeah, got it.
you have to read the function. If some other people have created the function, it must have commented it or must have informed you that, okay, this function will accept this kind of parameter. And if let's say this is a Python, you can pass any parameter, any kind of argument, integer, float, it will going to work. What if the program in C language? If you have not read the function, let's say your function is expecting integer type, but if you pass float type, it will not work because that is statically typed programming language. Correct?
Yeah, got it.
Python will make it learn because Python is dynamically, but for other programming language, it will not going to work. Okay? Got the answer?
Yeah, okay.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, I want to take a function name from user.
No. You cannot. You cannot take a function name from the user. You have to give it first.
Okay, sir. For each program till date we have done, I'm going to put all these programs in function name,
Yes.
and each program will be having a different function name.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I just want to take a function name from, means I want to display a list of function names, and then user will be entering a function name, then it will be called. Can it possible?
You can make it, but better if you make this program after learning the OOPS concept, because in OOPS concept, you will be able to create a class. This class will give this kind of functionality to you in a very simple way. So you have to wait for 2-3 more classes for let OOPS
Okay,
concept to
sir.
be covered. Then you can create this type of functionality very simple way. Yeah, you can create here also, but it becomes so many complex and you have to import external libraries, which you have not learned so far. Okay.
Yes, sir. Means my thinking is going in right way.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Rahman, no, I will not take your batch from now. Your Amish sir will going to continue it. Okay. So I was just a replacement over your Amish sir class. That's all. What happened? I made you bore. Let me
No,
copy
sir.
the
It was a highly interactive class, and we need more inputs from your side.
1 second. Okay. Thank you so much. Let me copy the code of Vishal. So Vishal, this is not working for you. My function 153. Okay, so many spaces are here. Okay, it's a problem of indentation. Proper indentation is not there. Where is the problem? Number int and more than temp is 0. Okay, let me make changes here itself in this function only. I think some bug is there. Function 1, and if I take number here itself,
So function name is function 1, not only
correct,
function.
correct. Thank you. Function 1. Yes, it's working. So this program is a bit buggy. Some bug is there. You run it multiple times. That is why. Okay. I'm giving the fresh code. You can copy it and paste. It will going to work. Okay, Vishal. Please find the attached code. It will going to work. Okay. So no questions being asked. You have a time of 1 week. It's not like you have tried for 1 day only and you come up with the questions. No. You have a complete 1 week of time. Just try these questions. Okay, just try these questions 1 time, 2 time. And we have a doubt sessions already with us. You can book the doubt session once you try it at least for 2-3 days. Okay, that is the best way to practice. If you made some productive code for a non-technical client, he will know how many parameters. We give a documentation. See, when we work on a live project or whatever project we work in the industry, there is a proper documentation need to be maintained from beginning of the code. Because see guys, every IT company, let's say Wipro have a project, 20 persons are working currently. Every year, few person leave the company. Okay, they get some good packages, they just switch the company. Now, project demand is 20 people. So now the project manager will going to hire fresh people again. So if your project have no documentation, then how you gonna train those new freshers? Sometimes seniors helps, sometimes they just simply ask you, hey, just read the documentation. Okay, so proper documentation is there. With respect to that documentation, you come to know what is the demand of the project, how many functions you have, what is the code flow, what is the CI/CD pipeline, and how many parameters need to be passed. Correct? And guys, I already given the code file to you already. Okay, solution file in the yesterday class. This I need clarification. This is not working.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Actually, I posted 2 codes. One is for creating ASCII code for material value. I had a doubt in these 2 codes.
Okay. I think first and last element of the list, this one, 5th question.
Yeah, I posted a code for this. I had some doubts on this. Whenever I run this, I have some problem.
Okay, I will
Suppose
paste.
you can run this.
Okay. I'm running this. Okay, so let me announce something in the class itself. So guys, as of now, the class is over. Okay, let me first make the quick revision, then I'll be taking your doubts. Will that be okay? So
Yes, sir,
return will provide the view. Okay, view result. So let's do a quick recap, guys, whatever we have done so far. Then I will wind up the class and will take your doubts. So we started with the functions topic. In functions, we discussed the types, code flow, definition, body, function call, and function with return. Okay, so like that we could able to complete the function topic. So if you have any questions, any doubt with the class, whatever we have discussed so far, you can stay in the meeting. Other people can leave. So thank you so much, guys, for being patiently listening to me. Hopefully we'll meet some other day if required. Okay, wish you all the best. Have a great day ahead, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Very good
Thank
night.
you very
Very
much.
good.
Happy Holi.
Good night, sir.
SPACESHIP. मतलब कि जो
Guys, go on mute. Go on mute. Okay. Okay, the
But I have
first and last digit of the list. Okay, and the code which I have given. So here you are taking the
Yes,
while.
sir. This only for getting the list I have made. this.
Okay, see, it will simply
You
ask,
have
hey,
to-
what is the length of the list, correct? This is a blank list, list 1. This is list 2, a blank list. And you have initialized the value of I from 1. You are checking I should be always
this is
length
okay.
of.
You have to code, again, some remaining part of the code is there.
Okay, some still, what is there?
This is clarified, like example.
I think 2 different codes are there, right?
No, it is actually what I made, but I will get the list from the user. Then again, I will grab the first and last. And I will interchange.
This is the complete
first-
code. Now this is the complete code.
No, it is not complete. We want to add the below one, the FST and one that I posted in the bottom. Again, I have given some the same copy.
No,
which I
it's
also-
once
the code
again.
which you already-
Okay, 1 second. This is half, right?
Yeah, that is half. And the remaining of is in the bottom.
Okay. The meaning this, I need to
Yeah.
paste it below it, right?
Yes.
Fine now?
Yes.
You first run this much only. Okay, your list is completed now. List 0, you got FST, list 0, L minus 1. And you are storing list 1 value into list 2. Okay. Fine. 1 second. I'll break the code. The best way to do the coding is to break your code. Now I'll print list 2 li2. Okay, li2 got the same value was li1 having, correct?
Yes.
Now and what is the FST LST.
LST.
Wait.
Made LS2. And bottom is LST.
The value of LST is 20. Sorry, LST is 13 and FST is 20. So you are assigning the first value of as okay. And len 1 minus 1. Okay. Len minus 1.
If you see this one, the result, LI1 as well as 1, that is also interchanged. Why is this happening?
This also got in. Your question is why this one also got interchanged, right?
Actually, result is correct, but the original list will not be interchanged. Why it get updated?
Okay. L1.